Welcome to the programme, by the way. Maybe a global issue, but for every single person listening to you then and watching this, we are going to be affected. We may have a home, we may have a car, we may run our own business, we may have a pension, we may borrow, we may owe the bank money for, you know, whatever, an extension to your conservatory. It's going to affect us all, isn't it?
It really is. And I mean, I think, you know, fair play to the bank for actually, you know, highlighting the risk and taking it seriously and actually saying to people it's not just an environmental issue. We know it's bad for our planet, we know it's potentially existential, but actually it's going to have a huge impact on our economy and our everyday lives. And, you know, it will be in part because we're going to have to transition. And I think this is the big thing. So at the moment, we know we've got to change everything from how we heat our homes to to the food that we eat to how we travel, and yet we're sort of moving at a snail's pace. And we've been told by the experts, we literally have a window of 10 years to take quite drastic and radical action to begin to stem the worst effects of climate change.
Okay.
So the change is coming.
Yes. So that is a message to governments then, isn't it?
Yeah, to governments, but what government does will have an impact on all of us.
Sure. But I mean, who takes the initiative? Is it us in our homes? Is it whoever's running the country at the moment?
So for me, it has to be government, because we can all do things. We can all sort of eat differently. We can all use less energy. We can all move to electric cars. But the kind of change we need is
drastic,
absolutely drastic. So the government has to step up, which is why organisations like ourselves, we talk about a Green New Deal, which is a huge programme of investment, the kind of investment you'd see perhaps if you're in a wartime setting, which says, look, we're going to fundamentally change the economy. We're going to start investing in renewable energies. We're going to insulate all of our homes. We're going to invest a whole amount in public transport so people don't need to use their cars to get around. And actually the upside, if they do that, are potentially hundreds of thousands of new jobs, cheaper energy, you know, a transport system which means I can get from here to work without having to have a car, without having to pay expensive petrol. So there's a huge upside, but we really need the government to grip it. And at the moment, we're doing things, but kind of slowly. We're doing things, but thinking we've got 100 years rather than 10 years.